wanted to cover a Hayao Miyazaki film for a long time now, and it's only fitting that my first one is Kiki's Delivery Service. No, this isn't my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. In fact, I just watched it in full for the first time on Sunday, but it was my intro to Japanese animated films. Unfortunately, I was far too young to appreciate it at the time, as one of my elementary school teachers played it for us when I was in 3rd grade. So not only did I not remember it at all, but it took years until I discovered Princess Mononoke, one of my top favorite films of all time. From this point on, my love for anime films has grown oh so strong, and has culminated in a special event, Studio Ghibli Fest 2017. A collaboration between Fathom Events and G-Kids, they've brought 6 notable Miyazaki films to the US, which include both dubbed and subtitled. These last 2 months have featured My Neighbor Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service, but we'll also get to see Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle. I highly recommend checking out the rest of these films on the big screen. Alright, I just had to share that with you all. Now let's get to the film. At its core, this is a coming-of-age story about a young witch in training named Kiki and her familiar spirit, a chatty black cat called Gigi. It explores themes of independence and finding one's purpose in the world. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but there are no other films that seem to put a continuous smile on my face quite like Studio Ghibli does. Whether it's the beautiful hand-drawn animations, picturesque landscapes, or sense of imagination and wonder, I can just go on and on. We are always presented with a pleasant viewing experience from beginning to end, and this film follows suit in the best way. I may have some bias being born Halloween, but the idea of a Miyazaki film about a witch is far too cool to ignore. And let's not forget, black cats rule. From the get-go, we are thrown into young Kiki's life as she gazes up at the clouds and prepares to find her new home. We feel the weight of her journey to find what her skills are, and how even when she does, things can still go wrong. This leaves a lasting impression. As we all go through life trying to figure out what makes us happy and what we're good at, it's refreshing to see the ups and downs. There isn't a major conflict to overcome here, but rather the gradual shift in going from a positive state of mind to a negative point in being stuck. It's a challenging theme to tackle, but Miyazaki handles it well, saving Kiki's biggest problem for the final act. However, much of the story goes in a free-flowing progress, yet with lots of interesting side characters, it moves a tad slow at times. But the finale picks up the pace. Another consistently great quality throughout all of his films, and this one in particular, is the music. With pieces that capture our inner child and that overwhelming feeling of magic and adventure, it's easy to get drawn in fast. I also love how some of it is played on Kiki's radio. Of course, I can't deny the timing of the silly and sarcastic humor, which truly stands out here compared to other Ghibli films. Most of which comes from Gigi and his hilarious comments on people, cats, and everything in between.
Kiki, look, it's me!
Phil Hartman voiced him before his passing in 1998. The late Debbie Reynolds was also part of Disney's English dub, along with Kirsten Dunst. Overall, this is a film people of all ages and backgrounds can enjoy, and I really hope every one of you will check it out someday. Kiki's Delivery Service flies high into the sky, soaring by as another classic in Miyazaki's legendary career, and that's why this film is a Dyligent pick. So have you seen Kiki's Delivery Service? I want to know your favorite Miyazaki or Studio Ghibli films. My name is Dylan, and if you love entertainment, subscribe to my channel while this video ends, and send me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching, and stay diligent.